So, Sporting Lisbon 1, Arsenal 5. That is Arsenal's best performance in Europe under this manager, Kenny, in 5 years. It's took him 5 years to figure Europe out, and tonight it clicked. Victor Gyökeres looked a shadow of the player that we've all been waxing lyrical about. Gabriel Magalhaes, for me, was outstanding. Even take out his goal. Yeah, the way he got so close and physical to that guy. Saliba, yeah, he got spun once. Other than that, I thought he was class. Timber looked so much better at right back. I thought the midfield looked amazing. Thomas Partey again. Declan Rice had one of his better games. Martin Odegaard was purring at times. Saka, again, what a performance. And when we needed him to step up, when we were under the cosh a little bit of 3-1, never in doubt, was he? He was putting the ball in the back of the net. Martinelli got a much-needed goal in Europe, one of his better performances. And overall, even the subs, Trossard came off the bench and scored. Ethan came off the bench, nearly scored. David Raya, again, fantastic. Yeah, kept us, well, I say kept us in the game. He didn't necessarily keep us in the game because we were 3-0 up, but right at the death, some of the saves he was making in the last 10 minutes of that game were crazy. And they looked awful, but I think that's more down to us. I thought we were outstanding tonight, and that was his best performance, 5-star performance. What did you make of it, mate?
I thought, yeah, definitely it's our best performance this season. By a country mile, I thought PSG was our best performance, but this is easily our best performance. We were ruthless. We pressed them high up the pitch, and everyone had a good game. Like, for instance, there's a lot of people who've got misconceptions about how a midfield would look, should look like. Well, Thomas Partey just proved that he's our most vital player. That without him in the side, you can still have Odegaard, but without Thomas Partey, you only have to look at his involvement in our second goal. The way he just made that defence pitting sparse. Saka just managed to, flick the ball past the keeper and an easy tapping for Kai Havertz. And then you mentioned Jaron Timber, our first goal, a pinpoint cross. Martin Keown was on the TV, and one thing he did made
I'm so glad that it was on mute for me, mate, because I can't.
I was angry. I was angry because I was thinking, hang on here. He said Arsenal's best team, bar Ben White, and I'm thinking, what is this Ben White fetish about? We've got a right back, we've got a player playing his right position. A lot of people have silently believed that this guy's probably the answer to our right back situation, to the extent that they silently believe that he's better than Benjamin White. So I don't understand why Martin Keown would say that. But let's not talk about Martin Keown. Let's just talk about as I said, David Raya. Who knew? He's looking more and more at a proper number one. And I think every time I see David Raya perform this season, I always look back to last season and I just look at the people who criticised David Raya for being David Raya, not Aaron Ramsdale. I think they need to, go and have a bit of siesta, keep the gob shut and go and hide him, because this keeper is levels above what we had last season. And let's face it, if you are going to compete, at least have a number one who can make saves at the right time when he's virtually had nothing to do, and basically protect the defence. Our defence looks solid because we got a solid goalkeeper. People underestimate how important it is to have a good goalkeeper and leader of men. You look at defence. Our defence with Aaron Ramsdale's in the team. And then you look at our defence when David Raya's in the team. It's night and day. But again, during Timber, just keep this guy fit. Keep him fit.
Yeah.
Fury, not a left back, but just keep him fit.
Do you know what, Kenny? Yeah, I wanted to get your thoughts on him, because I thought he was our worst player. I don't think he was shocking, but he got barged off the ball inside 30 seconds and nutmegged. Then he gave a foul away. He's never in position. At one point when they had a shot that Raya saved in the first half, I think it was the first half. They tipped it over the bar. He was at centre back because he was so far out of position. Yeah, he might look good on the ball and his floppy hair and all that. But for me, I've said this on the watch along. I've said it multiple times on shows. I want to get your opinion, right? At some point, this guy's going to cost us in a major game, in a big game, because he's a bit of a liability. The rest of the team, I'm not saying he was poor, shocking. He was an average 4 or 5 tonight for me. I don't think he was that great. But that's maybe because the rest were better. But go on, sorry.
The problem is Calafiori is the left back situation has never ever been resolved properly at this football club. We thought we got resolved with Kieran Tierney, but even when Kieran Tierney was inside, our biggest worry is the injuries. Then we thought, Arteta had a preferred way of playing with Shevchenko, where he played the inverted left back, and we were able to dominate position from an attacking point of view in 22-23. But when we didn't win the league, Shevchenko was part of the problem. And then last season, Kivior, solid enough. He's tall. Like I said, he wins his aerial battles when the diagonal ball's being played. But he's not a left back. In Europe, again, he was found wanting. So at the moment, the only place you play, Calafiori because of the problem we have at left back. When we do, get a proper left back, then Calafiori's
We
going to
had one
probably
on
have
the
to
bench tonight, mate. He's Scottish.
Yeah, we do. But the problem is that it says it all that when you Calafiori just come back from a knee injury. If anyone needed a bit of a rest, it's probably him. Just like Odegaard needed a bit of a rest. That's why Saka could have done with a rest. Kieran Tierney, he won't get games at this football club. Kieran Tierney's just there because he's part of the 25, but it doesn't mean he's going to get on. The player that looked like he was going to get on, barring a minute, and not to Gabriel, was Raheem Sterling. He was about to come on the field. So it just shows you one thing, is that left back situation is going to be a bit conundrum. But that's only that as long as Calafiori's fit, he'll play there. But as long as the reason why I'm happy Calafiori is playing there, not because I think he's a good left back as such, and because I think he's good on the ball, which he is because I do not want to see Jurrien Timber in that position as a left back. I want Jurrien Timber to play in his best position, which is right back. That's where I want Jurrien Timber playing. So if that means Calafiori plays there, then I'll take that all day long, because at the end of the day, if Calafiori's playing at left back and Jurrien Timber is playing at right back, that means Thomas Partey is starting games for his football club, and that our manager isn't trying to, in my opinion, satisfy maybe the board because they spent big money on Marino and big money on Rice, and leave Thomas Partey on the bench or play right back. I want that team to have balance. Yesterday in your show, I used the words "show us your nuts." Well,
This is your fan cam title. We mentioned this on the watch along, yeah? You said show us your nuts, yeah, and the chat went mad. And then when I did the show with Craig didn't have a clue what was going on because the whole chat lit up with nuts.
Yeah.
Your fan cam title is Super Duper Mitt or Arteta showed us his nuts tonight, and I'm going to put the nut emoji on it.
What's funny, right? I'm very big on people showing their nuts. Remember, I was slagging off to Jim Ratcliffe because he was sacking all the sundry except for Ten Hag, and he finally sacked him. So, and I really mean it. Mikel Arteta has to show his nuts. He showed his nuts today. The temptation probably would have been to play Declan Rice as a number 6 instead of Partey and played Marino. But he didn't. He played his best 11, and that includes Declan Rice as a number 8 and Partey as a number 6. And what did you get? Thomas Partey is one of Thomas Partey's best performances of the season. You had a midfield that was in complete control.
Yeah.
And you had Thomas Partey breaking the lines and, like I said, making defence pitting passes, something that Declan couldn't do. And then you saw the best of Declan Rice at number 8, where he was making those runs, getting into dangerous situations. He set up the goal from a good delivery for Gabriel. So that's the thing.
That header was quality. That header's gone under the radar because of the other goals that we scored. That goal was class.
Yeah, and that's the thing. When you play with your best team, it doesn't matter where the opposition is. If the opposition beats you, then they'll beat you, but they'll be in a game. But when you've got the opposition like Sporting, who, let's face it, they thought they all they had to do is turn up and beat us because of what they did against Man City. They thought it would be an easy touch, and we showed them that. Mainly, if Man City had taken their chances, it might have been a different game, and that's what we did. Ruthless in attack, dominant in the midfield, and stingy in defence. That's what Arsenal playing the best football. That was reminiscent of the football we played when we got back from Dubai. So I want to see more of that, because we've got a big game against West Ham.
And we had to win as well. Let's be real with this. If we didn't win.
No, don't get me wrong. If results go the way I think they're going to go, we're probably going to be out of that top 8, because I probably expect Aston Villa to get at least a point, if not If not,
Benfica, Monaco, that they
yeah,
could Real Madrid, Liverpool. If Real Madrid lose, they're in a bit of problem.
And so, really and truly, we just got our next few games are going to be very important. We got Monaco, then after Monaco, we got Dinner. Was it
Zagreb,
Zagreb, and after Zagreb, we got to meet
Girona.
Girona. Now, I say it with great respect. I don't say it lightly, but
we should get in that top 8 if we're being real.
So who knows what's going to happen? But that should be enough, maybe, to get us in the top 8. So more of the same. But right now, enjoy this win. But we've got a tricky game against West Ham because, again, West Ham are like Spurs. You don't know what West Ham's going to turn up. They beat Newcastle yesterday.
Mikel Antonio's a headache.
Yeah, headache. But saying that, the goals they scored were just brilliant goals. Good header by Socek. Wan-Bissaka as well. Scored his first goal for that football club. They had control of the midfield. Paqueta. So you just never know. But it just shows you we got to go to well again, raise our game, and if we raise our game and play like we did today, no one's going to be able to live with us.
No,
it'll take a really good team to beat us, and
all of our subs today as well. Like, I know we brought on Zinchenko late as well, but like all of our subs today, like Ethan nearly scored. He pulled a good save off the keeper. Trossard did score, and that ball right in the last second of the game from Saka, and Trossard's touch out the air. Yeah, and he sat the different. That was like an Ozil moment right there, like against Ludogorets. I was thinking, I was sitting down, and he just bobbled off him because I was thinking, come on, I beg you, score, make it 6. But look, one thing I want to say,
it's only one game, though. It's only one game.
Yeah, but that's a confidence boost right there.
As excited as we are, I think when we're in a bit of a bad patch from last week, it's got to be one game at a time, really. If we take one game at a time and play with the same intensity that we play with today in the Nottingham Forest, then we'll go far. But the thing is, we have to win every game. We have to assume and pray that in Europe, the teams who are above us in the European competition drop points so we can get a top 8. And we've got to pray in the league that Liverpool drop points. Let's not concentrate on Man City because Man City are in such bad form. There's another side in the Northwest who are 9 points ahead of us, playing good football. If they slip up, we've got to be ready to pounce. So the only way we'll be able to pounce if Liverpool or other teams in Europe drop points is if we play like this.
Facts. Listen, bless up for your time as always. Make sure you follow Kenny Ken 1972 on Insta.
Hey, one more thing. Remember, put your nuts on the table. And
Arteta showed his nuts today, mate, and we've got a 5-star performance.
Mikel put his nuts on the table. He selected the right team. We play well. Our players showed their nuts. And every time you show your nuts and puff your chest out with the nuts out, you play great football and you win football matches. So the theme for this season is show your nuts.
And on that bombshell, guys, we're out. I'm going live with a gal on Northside. Check out my fan cam. It's only me and Kenny tonight. Matty's out for dinner. Jez has got an appointment early, so it's just me and Kenny. So make sure you slap a like, follow Kenny Ken 1972. Go and check out his pre-match and post-match reactions on Instagram. And yeah, West Ham away at the weekend. We're out.
I'll be there. I'll be there.
You will be there. Enjoy it.
I won't be using the sort of like nicking the aftershaves from Boots because I've got my own aftershave to put on that.
In the Stratford Centre.
If you go to Westfields in Stratford, if you go to Richard Stratford, I've seen many a football fan go to
just
Boots,
grab them off the finger. They're on the string,
grab a tester and start spraying themselves and sprucing themselves up. I've seen it. I know you. And I'm going to watch you guys on Saturday doing that.
Bless. No, take care, mate. Thank you. Always love, mate.
Take care. Speak to you guys.